I know a bunch of you really like this look as well as the first look, but this one is just that like neutrally thing, and like these paired with a fun red lip. And the lip that I'm showing you tonight is a limited edition. Well, actually it's special edition, but it is a matte liquid lipstick. So whenever I'm doing any kind of red lip, I make sure I've exfoliated my lips and I'm using some kind of balm. And our satin lip set is it. It's a sugar-based scrub that is going to exfoliate, and then this balm, just a little teeny tiny bit, I had like a tiny bit on my finger, is going to sit and work while I do the rest of my makeup, and then my lips will be like really ready for the lip color. It's going to help with the longevity. It's going to prevent bleeding. It's going to prevent like sinking into the lines. Whenever you wear like a deeper, darker color or a bright color, it tends to accentuate things like that. So you want to avoid that. So exfoliate your lips, moisturize your lips. And I know there were several people who said they were coming to this. Let me just tag them like uber quick. And we'll get started. Okay. Cool. I think we are good. See if it will let me do this. There we go. Okay, so if you're watching, comment, let me know that you're here. I do have the comments up this time, which is fun. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick primer. I say that. Watch it. Oh, there it is. I found it. So, going into the holidays, I always do a little red lip thing early in December. That way y'all can decide like if it's something you want to do and try. You've got time to kind of pick your colors, me get them to you, all that. So, always use a primer. Always. Okay. So we are going to go in, I'm going to go in with my concealer because I've got a couple little blemishes. Get rid of those. Okay, and then foundation. Foundation. So I'm using the matte ivory N140. If you need to be foundation matched, I have a really cool quiz you can take, and I can tell you pretty much everybody that's taken it, it's been spot on with their match. So it's a very good online quick tutorial. And last week I did the luminous one, so this week I'm just doing the matte, so you can see it's quite honestly the same color. It just is a matte formula. It's not going to be as shiny. And then we'll dive into the eyes. If you have discoloration under your eyes and your eyelids, it is perfectly fine to take your foundation and go under them and over your lids. I just use I do that like towards the end. I don't do it when there's a ton of product on my brush because your eyelids tend to actually be oily even if you have dry skin. You don't want a ton of product on them. But if you do have that discoloration, you've got that as an option. You also have the under eye corrector as an option. And then you also have our Sand Dune liquid eyeshadow now, which honestly is the bee's knees. So there's all that. Okay. So now that my foundation is on, we're going to dive in. So here are our colors. You've got Biscotti, you've got Moonstone, which is a shimmer. You have Hazelnut, which is a neutral. And then you have Granite, which is like a really pretty silvery, shimmery color. So again, you can mix and match a lot of these colors, just do two. But I'm going to dive in with the Biscotti first, similar to what we did with Blossom last week, just to create, and you can see this is like a skin tone. The Blossom was a little bit more pink, but this is a skin toned eyeshadow, and I'm just going to go in with that and just kind of on top of that foundation and give my eye area, just even everything out. And I will take a color like this all the way up to my brow And you can kind of see how it just mats everything out and evens everything out. And this one you can kind of pack on. And I'm using the all over shadow brush, which is flat. You can see I got a lot of that color on there, but I will go all the way to my brow with this one. It matches my skin tone. I would say if it's super light, I wouldn't do that, but because it matches my skin tone. We used to have one called Sandcastle and they discontinued it. That was like a little bit more tan, but this one, and you can see, it just gives an even everything to the eye area. All right, now I'm gonna go in with, how do I wanna do this look? Okay, I'm gonna go in with these are, again, colors that I don't always use. And I say that as I look at them and I'm like, there's really one color in here that I don't use and it's Granite. So I'm actually going to go in with the Hazelnut. Okay. And this is our all over powder brush, or I'm sorry, all over eye blending brush. This one is phenomenal. I'm going to take that Hazelnut and I'm just going to, with my eye open, put that right along my brow. And remember, I do it with my eye open because when I sit back, you see how my lid kind of disappears, but if I sit back and I keep my eye open, if I did it with my eyes shut, I would put it down here and you'd never see it. So, and I'm just going to kind of build that out. And it just gives like a nice definition. This color is very user-friendly. You can honestly pair this with pretty much anything. It's just a really good neutral that just gives a little bit of a shadow. It's almost like, I don't know. It's almost like, I don't want to say bronzer, but like contour for your eyebrow, for your brow bone. this hazelnut color. And then because it is a very nude kind of sheer color, and I'm using super lightweight little circular kind of blendy motions with this, because it is that, like, it goes on that like sheer light shade. It's definitely one that like you can add colors to it and it's okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the Granite. We're going to play with this, okay? And I'm going back to my all over powder brush, all over eyeshadow brush, okay, for the powder shadows. And I'm going to go into Granite. And again, you guys can see it's kind of shimmery. If you like the, I don't want to compare it to Meteor Shower, because Meteor Shower I think has a little bit more brown in it. But this one, it's just like a fun metallic. And I'm just pressing this onto my lid, guys. Just pressing that on. Okay. And kind of keeping that shimmer more impactful towards the outside of my eye. Okay. And then here's where you could do my trick with a bottle, like a crimped edge, and just kind of smoke, really pack that on, and you can see where it keeps it from getting too low. And I can really blend that in and create just that little bit more drama on that outside edge. But it's so pretty on. Like, you would think that it would go on and look really gray, but it's just this really nice, you can kind of get that like smoky, and then blending up into that hazelnut, it just creates this beautiful transition to keep it under control. And what I love about these eyeshadows is they're buildable. So like I can sit here and I can keep building on this outer edge here until I get kind of what I want, right? I'm not like going in super heavy and then having to go back and fix things. So I'm going to go ahead and repeat that on the other side. And notice I left in here alone, and that's because we're going to go in there with this Moonstone. And then when you put eyeliner on with a look like this and some mascara or lashes, if lashes are your vibe, it is going to be such a really pretty, especially for the holidays, like a Christmas party, New Year's Eve party. This one's probably more like New Year's Eve, but you can definitely go for Christmas too. But okay, and I'm just using patting motions and getting that color where I want it. So then I can go back and I can take my bottle, okay, and I can just kind of sharpen up where I want it to be. Now you could also go in with the blending, the fluffy brush here and do this, but I'm creating just kind of like I don't really want anything up in my crease with this color. I just want it down here. Okay. And then I can kind of sit back. Remember to always sit back. People aren't like right here. Okay. Don't like be all up in your mirror. Like, oh my gosh, like sit back from where, like if someone was talking to me, like where my phone is, this is kind of what you would see. Okay. If I got up real close, obviously, but, and then if you have any fallout, like I noticed I'm a little over here, we'll clean that up. But I'm actually going to go in with, did I bring one? I did. I'm going to go in with my little, hey Ruby, our little angle brush, our crease brush. And we're going to dunk into Moonstone. Okay. Now this one is pretty shimmery. It's pretty white. Okay. It's a little bit thicker. I say thicker. It's just got like a more powdery consistency to it. So you just want to place this one. And I want to highlight just that inner corner. And I love the crease brush for this because I can be really accurate. And I can get it just kind of like right in that corner. This brush fits like right there. And that's where I want to highlight, is right in there. Okay. And you can see what that's done to that corner of my eye versus this one. It's just like ding, bright. And it didn't take a whole lot. Okay. So just kind of load that angle brush and then just press. And then I kind of create a little highlight in the corner of my eye. Okay. So guys, that's all 4 colors, right? Could you get away without Biscotti? Probably, but it is nice to have that one like on as kind of a primer to make this work. Okay. Now, I'm going to go in with black eyeliner, which I don't typically do, but for a look like this, I tend to, at the holidays, go back to my black eyeliner. So what I'm going to do, though, differently is I'm going to take this and I'm going to use my eyeliner brush, and I'm just going to, without rolling this up, I'm just going to take this on this brush because I want this to be pretty accurate. Okay, and I am just going to really focus right on that lash line. I mean, right on it. Okay. When it comes to black eyeliner with me, I like to be, like I said, right on my lash line. Very, very tight line to it. Because black eyeliner can make my lids look pretty heavy, but I have figured out if I stay tight to my lashes, it makes my lash line like wham once I get my lashes on. Okay, and by lashes on, I mean my mascara. And this just, it allows me to just kind of stamp along. Now, with my, you see the difference in my lash line right now? Just that little bit. And all it is taking this brush and just stamping like right into the lash line, which is why I like it. It's a little bit more control. You can get a sharp enough point on this. I'm a fan of the brush. That's all. When it comes to black eyeliner, give me this brush. Okay, because I can just get right in there. And what's cool about this brush is the other end of it is a brow brush. And I'm going to tackle my brows here in just a second. And you could do this with any of our eyeliner colors. Okay? And the beauty of it is, if you mess up, all you need is a Q-tip, okay? And a little bit of oil-free eye makeup remover. And the problem solves itself. This eye is always so much harder for me because I'm reaching across my body. So have fun watching me struggle. I am also very flinchy. Have you guys noticed that? When I work my eyes, I'm like, ee. When I was having my makeup done for my wedding trial, for any of the weddings I was in as a bridesmaid, I had a lot of my friends use the same makeup artist. Her name is Amy. A lot of you, some of you might even know her, Amy Wheatley. She's absolutely incredible. And she used to just laugh hysterically when she was doing my makeup, and my sisters too. She's like, I swear it must be genetic. You two are the most flinchy human beings. But, so you can see the difference that makes. Now, I can take what's left and just kind of lightly go in on that bottom corner and kind of connect them. And just give it a little touch. But again, I like to stay light with the black eyeliner just because it can make my eyes look heavy. It is a personal thing of mine. So there you go. Now I'm going to go in with my Fanorama. Okay. And I don't think, nope, I didn't. I'm just going to do the Fanorama tonight, but this would be a great look to do my mascara trick with, which is to do a layer of either Fanorama or Ultimate, and then do the lash intensity on top. Okay. As you can see, I'm getting right in, giving a little wiggle, letting that brush get in there, and then blinking. And I'm pulling the mascara, I'm kind of lifting up and then blinking through, and I'm going away from my eye at like a 45-degree angle. So that way I'm allowing my lashes to get in the brush and come through. Okay. And then I just go, there you go. So that one coat of mascara with that little bit of black eyeliner makes all the difference in the world. And then we'll go and we'll do this side. It's the same thing. I get into the base and I just kind of wiggle. And you can either blink through the brush or kind of go up and out, like I said, like a 45-degree angle away from your face. Especially with this mascara in particular. This one's meant to fan and lengthen and give some volume. So I want to make sure that I'm getting like a good drag through my lashes. The makeup artist that we work with, who does like celebrities and red carpet and everything, she's getting ready to do a makeup training this month. I'm really excited about that. And she, her famous thing, she loves lashes, and she loves doing just natural lashes, not necessarily falsies. She's like, lashes don't behave until they have 3 coats of mascara on them. And I was like, oh, okay. So we'll let that sit. Okay. And I'm going to go in real quick and just give my face a little warmth. So I'm going to go in with the Latte contour and just do a little. So remember, contouring, I used to be terrified of it. Probably because when makeup tutorials came out and were a thing, initially it was like the Kardashian contouring, which is wild and I think highly unnecessary unless you're going on like the red carpet all the time. And I was just like, yeah, no, never. But it is quite simple. you literally kind of draw either a C or a picture of 3 on your face and think about where like there would be kind of shadows. So contouring takes away. So like I can make my forehead look smaller, which I'm all for because forehead's a little big. You can shave your cheek down. You can literally take 10 pounds off of your face if it's placed in the right spot with your face shape. So yeah, let me see here. Okay, I'm just checking in PTSD from last week of like not of missing y'all. So there you have. Okay, and it's just some warmth, simple, very easy. Now with the same exact brush, I can take the, see how it's kind of like tapered? I can take the light fluffy end and I can go into my highlighter, which is this, it's called Glazed, okay? And you can see I have a little bit on there, and just brush the tops of my cheekbones, and it'll give me a little shimmer. And kind of like take the rest, go across the tip of my nose, which you guys can see. And I just did a little bit, okay? But you can get as heavy-handed with that as you want. If you want lots of shimmer, okay, you can go ahead and do that. It just, again, it gives warmth and a little bit of like movement to your face. And then I'm gonna use I'm gonna go in with Darling Pink. I don't use this one very often. It's this one right here, which is really cute, okay? It's got a little shimmer to it. It reminds me of like, just like pink rosy cheeks in the wintertime, and I feel like it's just a good complement to the gray in this look. You want your lashes and the gray to kind of come out. You want the red lip to stand out, but you want to have a little, just a little, okay? Little kiss of color. And this one has a little bit of shimmer to it, so it's going to give your cheek just a little drama, but it's not going to be like, boom, she's wearing a lot of blush, okay? And I'm using the meaty part of the brush now. So this is our 3-in-1 brush. It's meant to do contour, highlight, and blush, okay? And I'm actually just kind of patting this on. I'm not brushing like and moving back and forth. I'm just patting it onto my cheeks and giving that. You see how like the pink is starting to come out? It's just like a good, like I said, like if you go out on a really cold day and you're like wearing your hat and your mittens and like you've got a scarf over your face and all your cheeks are hanging out. They've got that like pink wintry glow. That's what this Darling Pink blush reminds me of. And again, you can layer it. It's just like our eyeshadows. Very easy to layer, okay? So there it is so far. I'm not mad about it, guys. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm literally trying this look for the first time with y'all. I did not do a trial run on this one. So I'm like, well, we're going to wing it. Okay, and now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and just do coat number 2 on my lashes. Again, if you wanted to, you could go in with lash intensity here and really bring the drama, okay? But I think Fanorama personally does the job. Not mad about these lashes at all. Now, if you feel like your lashes just need a little help, okay, this eyebrow brush, you can always go in and just kind of fluff them out. Thank you, Kristen. The other cool thing about this brush, okay, so this is the one I use like the eyeliner on, okay? This one, you can also, like, say I got mascara. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it just to show you, okay? We're going to do it, okay? Pretend you did one of these, right? And you're like, oh, darn, I've just messed up my whole eye makeup look, okay? I just did that intentionally to show you all that you have not messed your eye makeup up. You do not need to get makeup remover and freak out. You do not need to touch it. You let it dry. You let it dry. You do not touch it, okay? And once it's dry, we're going to take this and we're going to get rid of it. The other thing you can use is a Q-tip. I will say the Q-tip sometimes does not get the job done. It actually smudges your makeup because the cotton kind of grabs onto the color. It's okay in a pinch. Not my first go-to. This bad boy, okay? This brush to get your eyeliner like right on those lashes and get it on point. This brush for your brows to get them right, and then to clean up like the disaster that I just created. Okay, so this one I'm gonna go through, and I don't often show you guys this, brush, and I need two more because it's kind of like the unsung hero. This one's also really good too to get any like foundation that you may have gotten in your eyebrows, especially if you're going to be doing any brow tint or a brow pencil, which I'm going to show you tonight is the pencil, because your foundation in your eyebrows over time will kind of look like yellow and cakey, which is not cute. So that just gets rid of that. Okay, now, okay, here's my brow liner. Okay, so the brow liner, guys, it's a lot like our eyeliners. It's a lot like our lip liners. It is very creamy. It's very easy to use. It's very precision. It's actually called a precision brow liner. It is not a pencil. It's like a like crayon-y kind of feel. Very beginner friendly. Okay, so you can go in and just fill in. Okay, and and you can already see, okay, I use a little bit of pressure here because this you do want on the skin. Okay, and I personally don't tend to draw a line under my brows. I don't tend to draw any kind of lines. I use little like flicks and just fill in on my skin where things are sparse. Okay, so this brow compared to this brow, it's a subtle difference, but this one looks tamed. This one looks a little unruly. Okay, but you can see like over here, it's a little sparse. So I can go in and just create a little volume, a little fill, and even it out. Okay, and then as I get up here, okay, so I can just create, like I said, there's little, it's like you're drawing little hairs, right? You don't want to draw a harsh line then go in and color them in. No, we're not doing that. This is not the 2010s anymore. Okay, you want them to look just kind of like light and airy. Remember that your brows are not twins. They aren't even sisters. They're cousins. So they're meant to look like they're related, but they're not meant to look like exactly the same. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Okay, you can get them pretty darn close, but so now I've got them filled in. They're a little bit more together. You could go in here with our clear brow styling gel and just do a light layer over top of that, and this would look fabulous and hold in place for the rest of the day. I don't know where my clear brow gel is, otherwise I would show you. I'm pretty sure it's in my, honestly, I think it's in my purse. Okay, so by now this is pretty dry. Okay, we've let it sit. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna go and just little flicks, okay? And just like that, the mascara disaster is gone. I thought there was another bit there, but that's definitely an eyebrow hair I missed when I plucked my eyebrows. Okay, there you go. Okay, and if you feel like you can get a good, and see, there's not a thing wrong with my eyeshadow. So that is my brow tip. Okay,